Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, I'm here to talk about the middleweight bout happening UFC 301 between former middleweight champion Sean Strickland and Paulo Costa. But before you get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Paulo Costa, in his which would be his second outing since his return after a series of canceled fights, lost his previous fight to Robert Whittaker, which seemed to have propelled Robert Whittaker's career in upward trajectory, in all honesty. Now we're talking about Robert Whittaker and title shots again. I do understand that he has Khamzat Chimaev to deal with before he gets to a title shot. Nonetheless, a win over Paulo Costa gave Robert Whittaker that upward trajectory that he needed in order for his name to be mentioned in the top of the division again, regardless of the ranking. And now, obviously, Robert Whittaker has a real task in the form of Khamzat Chimaev. If he was to pass that task, then it's going to be a chance well-deserved. The winner of that fight, obviously, it's been mentioned, is going to challenge for that middleweight title sometime perhaps early 2025. Now, is Paulo Costa against Sean Strickland a wise idea for Sean Strickland? Because I asked this because Sean Strickland goes from being the champion to losing to Strickland to being out for a certain amount of time. And now, instead of an immediate rematch with Strickland, he's given Paulo Costa. So what does it mean if Strickland was to lose to Costa? That means Strickland's out of luck and he just simply has to fight his way back into title shot. I think that's a bit unfair to Strickland, even though I criticize not Strickland, but Strickland's behavior as of late outside of the octagon. His lack of focus is much of professional criticism, if anything, because I believe, going into the fight with Strickland, Strickland was not a focused fighter, like, for example, Alex Pereira was this past UFC card, UFC 300. We saw a focused fighter. I believe that's a great example of what all fighters should do, especially going into title bouts. Now, if Strickland was to lose to Paulo Costa, does that mean that Strickland is out of that title shot contention? It's very interesting. And what happens to Paulo Costa if he was to be Strickland? Does that mean we start talking about Paulo Costa and title shots again, or an immediate rematch with Strickland? I don't know how this fight came about, but most certainly it's going to be an entertaining fight, because I think these two are stylistically somewhat similar. Both brawlers, and they both like going forward. Even though Paulo Costa, after the Adesanya fights, he hasn't really showed everything that he's got. My personal opinion, I believe Paulo Costa has been somewhat gun-shy, and I really do believe that the Adesanya fights took a lot away from Paulo Costa. All respect to both fighters. I'm super excited for this fight card in particular, because it's going to be headlined by the lightweight champion Islam Makhachev when he faces none other than Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Super stoked for this fight. And obviously we have this fight on that card. It's going to be an awesome card, to say the least. If you made it this far, I appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and like, subscribe for more.